Yo.
Okay, hey. So, Ken, welcome everyone. Super excited you guys joined us and like I was just saying, I love these small groups. They're very intimate. We'll have an opportunity to answer any questions at the end, but I really wanted to put this together because our groups are growing so fast and there's a lot of new people joining at a rapid rate. And so we just want to make sure everybody has the correct information in how to build their business and moving forward. Um, and I'll near the end there, I'll recognize Pitter, who has the fastest growing team probably in the company, I would say. So it's just been quite a wild ride. So thank you for taking the time out. I know everyone's so busy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce Terry, and then I'm going to talk just very briefly about the practitioner program. But the focus of tonight is really on the affiliate program and how to build a worldwide distribution network of people, because that's what we're here doing. And I'm very excited for Terry to expand on that more. But so in terms of the practitioner program, which is completely separate from the affiliate program, the practitioner program is free to join. It is for practitioners. So when you go into your back office, you will see an option of associate or practitioner. And when you click on practitioner and go to the next page and you scroll halfway down, you will see a drop-down menu of all of the practitioners that fall underneath the practitioner umbrella. Okay. Now, I tell people it's a little, if you don't see there's a lot of practitioners that are sort of outside of that, but you have to just look at them very generally. And because a lot, you will not see the exact practitioner in there, but they're still a practitioner. Um, no fee to join and no smart ship. And so practitioners, they can purchase the patches at 45% of the retail cost. Okay. Right now that comes out to about $33. And they get a URL as well. They get their own super patch website. And and really the purpose is for them to retail the patches out of their clinic, or to share the patches with people. But the key thing is that they do not participate in the compensation plan. So they cannot make a paycheck other than the 25% on retail customer volume, which is the exact same that the affiliate program offers. So they only earn money on the customer volume. Okay. Now, like at the end, again, some of you, I know there's quite a few on here who I believe have questions about that program, and I'd be happy to answer them at the end. But just that's the general overview of the practitioner program. And so we're not going to spend a lot of time on that because Terry is going to go through, how to build an organization. And so that being said, let me introduce you to Terry. I don't even know how Terry and I met. Actually, we kind of joke around about that. But so Terry is not in my pay line. And it's really important for you all to know that because we really encourage one team mentality in this business, in this organization. So whoever you connect with, whoever you choose to work with, you reach out to. And Terry's an amazing example of that. He works with absolutely everybody. It doesn't matter if you're in his team or not. And of course, that is I'm working very directly with Terry. So that's really important for you to know. And it just shows his heart and that he is here to help absolutely anybody who wants to grow their business. So Terry was the second associate ever in Super Patch. He is a national vice president and just an incredible resource and support. And I'm very excited for him to share with you on how he has built his business over the last 9 years now, and continues to build it. We're building this worldwide, and it's a very exciting time to be in the company. So I want to thank Terry before he even begins to agree to do this call for me and my team. So I'm going to pass it over to him, and again, at the end, you can ask questions, but take notes. There's a lot of info, and I'm going to mute myself, and the floor is yours, Terry.
Thanks very much, Carolyn. That's a very kind introduction, and I have the good pleasure of meeting Carolyn, and we've been collaborating a little bit because I truly believe in the one team aspect, and I think that we all rise together if we do that. And we help enough other people. It's an old cliche. If you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want. And I've had the good fortune of meeting Pitter and also Monica at different events. And so you got some great people. And I'm sure that I'll have the opportunity, or I hope I have the opportunity to meet some of the rest of you that are on this call tonight. But I think one of my things that my background is family business. We had four corporations in my hometown, and we employed almost 300 people for a lot of years, for almost 40 years. And then my dad passed away in 2012, and things happened. We sold the businesses off. Long story short, I looked at network marketing because I didn't want to sit around and I didn't want to start a conventional type business. So I wanted to do a little research on, sort of what MLM, direct sales, network marketing, however you want to refer to it. They all seemed like they were the same to me. But so I started looking at it. It was a way to create a business without costing me a lot of money. I mean, I can remember our our payroll, was just staggering at our company, and you know, our payroll was, for our combined companies was $1 million a week. And so it's a lot of money to put out for payroll. And sometimes, believe it or not, it didn't leave any on the table for the company. And so I sort of got my feet wet in family business. I was there for a lot of years. But I really love the network marketing um, space. I think if people took more of an attitude of helping everybody, I think everybody would be more successful. That's what I believe. But really, what I wanted to come on here today is sort of share my experience, sort of share with you how I have a mindset of building this organization, because I'm assuming that most people on here, whatever we do, whatever we uh, do with our super patch, we're here to make money. We're here to make a little bit of money, and of course, sharing the joy of helping other people, whether that's physically or whether it's sharing with them and teaching them how to make money. Because it's just surprising to me that 66% of people in North America don't have an extra $500. And that was a stat from Forbes. So that's pretty scary when it gets to that. So the key thing is to show people how to build this. And I've done some role playing with people on my team. I have almost 8,000 people on my team, and I've done some role playing with people where I've just asked them, let's role play. I'm new. I've used the products because you wanted to talk to me about the business opportunity, and I said, no, I'm not interested in the business opportunity right now. Um, I want to use the products first, and I want to see how they work. And so I go and use the products. This is all role play. And I come back and I say, okay, the patches work unbelievable. What's the opportunity? You said there's an opportunity. What's the business opportunity here? And I've had more deer in the headlight looks than you can ever imagine, because people fumble over the words. They fumble over, well, you can join us and you can get, an associate membership, and you get to buy wholesale, and you can actually go and sell patches at vendor events, and people can go to your website. And I stop them dead by saying, well, I don't want to sell patches. But what's the business opportunity? Because Jay, our inventor and CEO, doesn't sell patches himself. Jay, our CEO and inventor in this company, builds a worldwide distribution network of people that are all buying and or selling a little bit of product every month. Make no doubts about it, that's the business opportunity, is to grow your own worldwide distribution network of thousands and thousands of people that are all buying and selling a little bit of product. And with Jay doing that in his second year, that did the company over $100 million in sales. So if I'm going to duplicate anything, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm going to duplicate anything, I'm going to duplicate what Jay's doing. He gives me all the tools. I don't have to ship. I carry a little bit of inventory. And what do? I try to create sales volume. Now, my dad, all the years that, he trained me, my dad used to say to me, sales cures everything. You can have terrible procedures, not be the best company in the world procedurally, but if you got lots of sales, you can fix anything and get better. But if you don't have the sales, you can't cure anything. And so that never left me as a young lad. And as I grew up and now in my 60s, I never forgot about that. And I think that if you can, whatever business you're in, you can create sales, you can fix anything. But if you don't have sales, you soon run out of money. And it's no different than Jay has to have an economic opportunity to this in order to sustain it. And that economic opportunity, I suggest, is building a worldwide distribution network of people all over the globe, opening countries in 32 countries now, with 5 more coming on board. So, with that thought in mind, I want you to understand and realize that it's my takeaway to say that I believe if you're going to replicate anything in this company, you replicate what Jay's doing. And he's building a worldwide distribution network of people. So I'm going to show you how I believe the best way to create sales volume in this company and how to present it properly, because I believe we have an inherent problem in network marketing of the blind leading the blind. People get signed up, maybe based on drinking the Kool-Aid, don't really know what they're building, don't really know how to build it, and therefore they look like they're lazy and they don't do anything, and so it sort of peters out. I was going to say pitters out, but I'm going to say peters out. But anyway, so I'm going to share my screen. And so this is something that I put together myself called the Super Patch Company How to Make Money. This isn't a corporate presentation. This is my own presentation. Um, and I believe that it's one that you can all use. I can send it to everybody. You can use it in your presentations. I'm here to help anybody do that. So I'm just going to try and minimize the screen here a little bit. Okay, so let's go to the first slide. So here is the compensation plan at a glance. And I'm going to suggest to you that most people in network marketing don't even know how their comp plan works. And I'm going to let you know that I really don't either. I know a lot of mechanics of it, but I really don't care because my focus is on creating sales volume. And if you create sales volume and know how to create sales volume, you'll hit ranks without even realizing it. And I'm going to show you what I mean about that, because you can go into this comp plan and you can talk about, the different ranks, senior associate, team leader, director, managing director, vice president, and so on. But if you don't know how to build the sales volume that gets you to those ranks, because there's 2 ways you hit rank, there's structure and there's volume. And you will hit ranks, I can assure you, if you focus on volume instead of the rank. Okay. So this is just a slide that gives you, when you're doing a business presentation, you talk about the bonuses that are available when you hit the ranks, from the time frame from enrollment. So we have a team lead bonus has to be done in 3 months. We have a director bonus, which is $150 that has to be achieved in 5 months. These are just rank bonuses. We have other bonuses as well, like the driver bonus, which is if you enroll people, 3 people in a month on a pack, you will get the driver bonus, which is initial. We'll go into that in a minute. And then there's regional vice president, $2,000. That's 12 months since the date of join. 18 months for vice president, $5,000 it gets you. 24 months national vice president, 10,000. It's paid out in 2 payments. And then you have president, which we only have 2 of in this company, and there's only, I believe, 12 national vice presidents at this time. So, company is only 2 years old from that perspective. So to have 2 people hit the vice president rank or the president rank is unbelievable because they have to do $2.5 million in a month in sales. And I'll show you what I mean by that. If you go back to here, you'll see on this the president rank on this chart shows that the total group qualifying volume has to be $2.5 million, right? But it's a $50,000 bonus, which is kind of nice. So those are your ranks. Then we have the Super Patch Fast Start bonuses. And what these are, I base my whole training on this because the company bases their bonuses on this. So why wouldn't I base my presentation of what I know on these bonuses? So the hat trick bonus is you enroll somebody in 30 days. 3 people from the time you sign up, you enroll people, 3 people on a kit, a qualifying kit, and they're in your back office. It'll tell you what kits qualify for the hat trick bonus. You do that within 30 days, the company pays you $200. If you, those 3 that you sign up, if they each get 3, then the company pays you, and that's within 60 days, pays you $400. So that's $300 in bonuses on top of commissions that you're paid. This is also on top of any customer sales that go to your volume and so on. So along with the 200 and the 400, because you signed up 3 in your first month, you enroll 3 new associates with an eligible enrollment kit, which are in your back office. They also give you a $200 driver bonus. So in the first 60 days, you have the opportunity to make $800 in extra bonuses on top of your commissions. The neat thing about the driver bonus is it repeats each month. So you can achieve the driver bonus each month. So onward to that, we have 3 people. If you get those 3 people on a smart chip, we have the Super Builder bonus reward. So you have 3 people on a smart chip program, which is 2 packs of patches a month on our smart chip program. If you have 3 people that do that, and you also are on smart chip, then the company rewards you with a Super Builder bonus reward, which is 2 free packs of patches. And what's really exciting is the new Super Smart Chip program that they just launched. And we'll maybe go into that a little bit later because it's pretty exciting about what it can do for your business. So these are Super Patch enroller bonuses based on levels. So on level 1, if you're just a senior associate, you make 6%. On level 1, if you're a team lead and above, you make 11%. And then you also make on level 2, 6%. Okay, so the bonuses are based on enrollment, not placement level. So these enroller bonuses are in addition to your level bonuses, spiff bonuses, and you can look at the compensation plan for more of that. And I don't expect anybody to, give me 1 second here, Carolyn, can you see, I think Robbie King is trying to get in the room and I've lost my mouse here somewhere. I think they're in now, yeah? Give me some frozen here. Trying to get my screen to reduce here, and I can't. My mouse is my little arrow is gone here. Give me one sec here. Wow, I've never had this happen before. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just try and do this again here. Okay. Computers are great when they work. Anyway, so this is how you claim the reward for your Super Builder bonus. Again, that's based on our Smart Chip program of 2 packs. Okay, we went through this level bonuses. So, what do you make when you personally sponsor someone? So, here's the different kits we have right now. Now, this doesn't include our um, our new Flex 40 kit that just came out because there's no spiff on the Flex 40. So they talk about the spiff bonus in here. So we'll update this. That program's only maybe 4 days old or 5 days old. So this will be updated as we go along. So as you can see here, there's a quick kit, Pan Am kit, Omega kit, Omni kit, and Momentum kit. And this is the same for all of us in Canada and North America. So it gives you the QV, which is your qualified volume. It gives your BV, which is your business volume. So they usually pay 60% to 66%, depending on the program, business volume on your qualifying volume. Okay, so your level bonus is $8.32 as a enroller bonus as a senior associate. That's what SA stands for. It's 1248. So an enroller bonus, if you're a team lead and above, it's 2288. So you'll make either if you're a senior associate or team leader on enrollment with somebody with a quick kit, you'll make either $20.80 or $31.20. Then there's the Pan Am kit. Same thing. We can go through the numbers right up to our Momentum kit, which is our biggest kit. Depending on what rank you're at, team leader and above, you can make 272 as a senior associate, 272.90 or 350.85. So those are just the nuts and bolts of our pay plan, and you can look at those anytime and go through those. But really, my what I wanted to come here tonight, and I'm thankful and grateful that Carolyn gave me the time here because I know that in my own personal team, everybody has benefited from it, and my sales volume's going up, and people are now presenting the business opportunity in a better way. So have to build your business, you have to know and accept your financial responsibility. And I believe that is the case with any business in the world, not just the super patch business or network marketing as a whole, but any business. I don't care whether it's a bricks and mortar business, you have to know and accept your financial responsibility, what it's going to cost you every month, so that you know what you have to do to cover your costs. So, I'm presenting this as a franchise. I'm really a franchise of Super Patch. Jay is the franchisor, and I'm a franchisee. Okay. So I look at, I put this together as 8 month, 8 level perfect duplication over that 8 month period. So I talk to people when I'm interviewing them for my business. I talk to them about, will you give this 1 year, part-time or full-time, not sometime? If you can give yourself a full year, you will definitely be making money if you put the effort into this. How much you make is up to you. So, but you're a franchise and you should know everything about this business if you're a franchise because you have to present it to future franchisees to get them to become a franchise. So we look at this, you join as an associate, bracket franchise owner for $40 plus an optional launch kit. And I do say optional because people, the only thing people would miss out on if they don't buy that at sign up is the bonuses. Okay. So you join as a franchise owner for $40 and you commit to your two-pack smart chip, which is $90, but it's displayed in your back office as 120 retail in your back office. Okay, so the TGQV, which stands for Team Group Qualifying Volume, which if you look back in that chart, it'll show you what your TGQV has to be to hit rank. In the case where we talked about the president, it's $2.5 million in a month. Okay, so this is perfect duplication, but I want you to understand that perfect duplication doesn't happen, but it's possible. Okay, so you accept your smart chip for 1 year. Okay, and I always talk to people about 1 year. So your first 30-day responsibility is to sell 3 franchises, 3 people on a $90 smart chip. Their choice is optional, again, for the launch kit for bonuses. So now you have 3 of those people each showing as $120 in your back office, but your volume counts towards that TGQV. So if you were $120 short of hitting a rank and your volume didn't count, then you'd be pretty mad. But your volume counts. And it doesn't matter what volume you're using. Okay. So you got 3 people that you've done in your first 30 days to the best of your ability. And you don't have to stop at 3 because we have strategic placement. So your first 30-day responsibility, you sell 3 franchises, bracket people. They all take a $90 smart chip. Shows as 120 retail, 360. Total is 480. Now you've got those 3 selling 3 each. So now you got nine new franchises plus the 3 above, which is on level 2 and yourself. Now you got a team of 12. You're 2 levels deep in the comp plan and you're showing $1,560 in team group qualifying volume. Okay. So we go into the 3rd month. The new 9 are now selling 3 each. You have 27 new franchises or people, plus the 12 above, which is your 9 and your 3 on level 2 and level 1. Now you've got a team volume per month of $4,800. Now I want to point out something here. We're down to 4 levels. What happened on level 2 in your first 3 people that you signed up on the smart chip, you now qualify for the super builder bonus of 2 free packs of patches. So in essence, your business is paid for with 3 people. Now it's all about building sales volume. How do we do that? How do we present that? How do we duplicate that? The mechanics and the engine that runs this company is our smart chip. Now these numbers in the team group qualifying volume, they don't count any customer sales. They don't count any kits. So this is the smallest number that you would see based on this duplication. This doesn't count recurring customer sales in that month. This doesn't count extra additional orders that any associate makes. This is just based on the smart chip. And you're going to be amazed because this is like compounding interest. And it will blow your mind how the volume builds. So you get into the 5 month, you got the new 27 selling 3 each. It's 81 new franchises plus the 39 above. Now you got a team of 120 or 4 levels deep in the comp plan, and you have a minimum of $14,560 in group qualifying volume. Next month, 81, you're now 5 levels deep, 43,000 in volume just on smart chip. You go to the 6th month, the new 243 selling 3 each. You got 729 people on your team or franchises, plus the 363 above, which is level 5, 4, 3, 2, and yourself. You're now 6 levels deep in the comp plan, and your volume's $131,160 minimum. Why? Because you accepted your fixed overhead, your fixed cost of $90 and committed to working at your business for a year. Okay. We go into the seventh month, the numbers start to go unbelievable, 393,600. Now you've got a team of 3,279 people. You're creating volume of 300, almost $400,000 just on a $90 smart chip. Look at what the eighth month does. 2187 selling three each. New franchises. You have a team now of 9,840. You're 8 levels deep in the comp plan, and your sales volume is $1,181,000, rounding it up. Now, the reality is that we all know that perfect duplication doesn't happen because people say what they're going to do and they don't do it, right? They may only have two people, but here's the cool thing about somebody that's a recruiter. You can help with that recruiter and you can help them hit ranks and you can help them other people on your team by placing people underneath there. Now, in order to qualify, the only thing you forego with having placement, you forego your 2 free packs if you don't have 3 personally enrolled on a smart chip. Okay. But all I want to show you here is how to build sales volume. Because remember what I said? Sales cures everything. I've had people call me on my team and say, I can't believe it. I just made managing director. I didn't even know I was going to hit it. So exciting to hear that because they weren't looking for the rank. They were looking for how to build sales volume and how to present it properly. Now, I tell people, listen, this is probably not possible for you or for any of us. But do you think that you could achieve 10% success presenting it properly? Do you believe that you could build a minimum volume of $120,000 just in SmartShip, not counting kits or customer sales or practitioner sales in 8 months' time? I've never had anybody that said no, they couldn't do it. If you hit 118, 119,000, $120,000 in sales a month, you're making between $3,500 and $4,500 US a month. Okay. Now, I can't calculate in customer sales, kit sales, practitioner sales into those numbers because it's an unknown. You can only build your business and build your foundation on rock on what you know. And so your commitment is $90 a month. What you buy over and above that, what you expense is all your choice. This is just a fixed cost. Okay. So I'm going to run it through real quickly. Smart Chip, 2 packs of patches each month. So 228 packs of patches, $90 wholesale, but you have to pay shipping and taxes. In Canada here, it's $750, $12.68 in taxes. So it's a total spend of $110.18 before shipping and taxes. Okay, so that amounts to $1,322.16. So $1,322.16 is my yearly fixed cost for my franchise. And I ask people right away, you think you can make that back? And if they give me any doubt whatsoever, I question on whether they're really wanting to do it as a business. And that's okay. They might just want to join and buy products at the best price. And that's fine. But you get 3 on your front line, you plus the 3 on a smart chip, you get 2 free packs monthly as we spoke about. So let's look at it as the 228 packs of patches you have to pay the shipping on. In Canada, it's $8.48. So really, you have a 12-month cost of $101.76 on top of your $13.22.16. Okay. Now, let's look at what if you took those 2 patches, those 2 free packs that you got, and you sold them for retail of $60. Times 12 months, you got 2 packs, it's $120 a month, times 12 is $1,440. Your yearly franchise fee plus um, plus the shipping on the free patches is 1423.92. The free patch revenue is 1440. So let's say you did nothing but got three people, and this isn't calculating commissions from the three that you might have enrolled. The reality is you have a surplus of $16.08. So the demonstration here is to show you that your cost, your fixed cost is what you need to know. And you need to present that. Because the first thing everybody wants to do is how fast, I don't care whether you buy a bricks and mortar business and you have to pay rent. The first thing you want to know is how fast can I cover my rent? If you live in an apartment and you pay rent, you want to know how quick your job can give you enough money to cover your rent, your fixed costs. So fixed costs are very, very important. You can control variables. You can't control variables at times from the standpoint of traveling, gas, mileage, whatever. It depends on how busy you are. But what you can control is your fixed cost. Okay. So sales cures everything. This is what I use emphatically on anybody that wants to learn about the business. When you go back to this slide, let's go back here for a second. When you go back to this slide with all these numbers here, this is just made up. These numbers here are simply made up of people that want to build the business and accept their smart chip. We get revenue from four areas on our TGQV. Our personal, we get revenue from somebody that's a customer that goes into our TGQV from anyone on our team. It all flows up. We get revenue from an associate that just wants to sign up and buy product every now and then. Remember, we're building a worldwide distribution network of thousands of people. Our network will be no different than Jay's. Jay has lots of people that have signed up that are just buying product at the best price. I call those wholesale members. Then we have practitioners that don't want to necessarily build a business. All they want to do is they've had an experience on the product and they want to buy some product every month. Those volume numbers go in there. Then the other number that goes in there that I've shown you tonight is about associates on SmartShip, but no extra purchases by your associates is in this number. So I hope I've demonstrated to the best of my ability how to build volume on your teams or present it to be able to build sales volume. Because trust me, if you start building sales volume, you will hit ranks and you'll present better and you'll give people the reality that this is doable for them. Because I believe, and I'm not a network marketer, my background is bricks and mortar business. And I believe that if you present it well and we give people enough information, then they can make an informed decision of whether they want to be a business builder, of whether they just want to be a wholesale member, or whether they want to be a customer, or whether they truly want to be a builder. And whatever they decide, at least you've done your due diligence to show them what the business opportunity is of this company. And I believe that if you take the time to do that with people and qualify them, they'll still join you, but they may not join you as a builder, but they'll probably still join you. And so that's exciting because you now are duplicating what Jay Dollywall is doing, and that's building a worldwide distribution network of customers, wholesale members, practitioners, and builders. And they all become part of your organization because you are the CEO of your organization. So that's all I got to say. We can open up to questions or whatever you want, Carolyn.
Amazing. Terry, question. Can you just share with people what tools you use the most in first exposing somebody to the business?
Yeah, you know what I always do is you don't often get or I don't often get people that reach out and say, hey, I want to do this as a business. Most people reach out and say, hey, what is this? Right? What is this thing you're doing? So generally, I send them our breakdown. I said we have 13 different modalities. I call them soldiers. We have 13 different soldiers that can help you with whatever you may be struggling with, or it can help you with whatever you want to improve. Because athletes, it's all about improvement. It's all about personal best, right? So what I do is I usually send them the sheet that has our breakdown of our modalities. Then I send them the short video that's about 90 seconds and it's the cartoon video. And then I give them the option of watching the science of Super Patch. And then I get them on a call if they want to do a call. That's all. They have basically 7 minutes of watching, look at the patches, and sometimes, depending on who it is, I'll send them my replicated website. And believe it or not, lots of times I've had people that order the product, but I want to talk to people before they order the product. I want to make sure that I explain things to them and understand some of the things that may or may not happen when they wear the patches. Try to get them to understand that this isn't instant gratification all the time. And sometimes it is with our pain patch, sometimes it is with the sleep patch, but sometimes it takes longer, depending on how people have been compromised with their neurology. Okay. So I try to explain that there's a reason why we have a 30-day money back guarantee and have 28 patches, because I'm prescribing 28 patches to you and I want you to wear one every day. Don't break my prescription. I'm the doctor here. Okay. And so when they understand that, I said, if you truly journal all month long of what you're feeling, because it may get worse before it gets better. That happens in some cases. Anybody ever broke their arm or cut themselves and 2 days later or 3 days later, it hurts worse than it did when you did it? That's because there's a healing crisis going on. Okay. So I find for me, I take more time, maybe a little more grassroots, because I'm not trying to get anybody, Carolyn. I'm trying to do the best I can to give them all the information they need to succeed so they can never come back on me and say, well, you didn't tell me that this might happen. Because I tell people when you're trying to fix your neurology, fix your pain, get better at your craft, your sport, have whatever other modalities you're using, have your body adapt to them and have them work better, doesn't just happen overnight, because this is a process, not a pill. Our body has got amazing capabilities to heal itself in a lot of instances and get better. But we have to be patient with ourselves and allow those things to fix. I mean, you don't go to a gym and join a 12-week program and after 2 days tell the gym owner his gym sucks because you don't have a six pack. You know what I mean? It's just logical. It's time. So those are the three things that I give, Carolyn, and then I get them on a call and I just question them. What are you looking for? What can I help you with? And I try to get in the best mindset of being a servant. How can I serve you?
Mhm.
How can I help you so that you can help yourself? Right? And so getting them on a call, just like we're doing tonight, is I think
Yeah.
is very powerful. I mean, I've hired a lot of people in our family businesses over the years, and we sometimes were 3 interviews and 4 interviews with people before we hired them. And we qualified that person and we orientated that person. And network marketing, we just sign people up and sit at home sometimes with our fingers crossed saying, oh, I just signed up this person. I hope they build me this huge business. And we cross our fingers, we cross our legs, we cross our arms, hoping they'll do something, and then crickets. That's like me having a person drop the resume off at the one of our companies and sending them a text back saying you're hired. You start on Monday. And they come back to the plant to work and there's nobody there to greet them. They don't even know where the employee entrance is. They don't even know what they're supposed to be doing. They don't know where the washrooms are. They don't know where the time clock is. They don't know when their breaks are. and we don't do it in conventional bricks and mortar businesses, why do we do it in network marketing?
Very true.
And so I look at it and say it's very important from my perspective to spend the time with people, even though it takes a little longer, but your retention will grow. Your retention will be better. And be there for them, understand and learn this business presentation, and do it for your people when they bring prospects on that want to be business builders so that you will get them comfortable enough in time to present it themselves. Make sense?
Absolutely amazing. Incredible. I learn so much every time I'm on a call or I see the slides because I'm not really a numbers person, but to look at that is just it the information is incredible. And like you said, we need to interview people because nothing's more frustrating than somebody who should have been a customer, right? And they sign up as an associate and then everyone's frustrated and I would much rather, like you said, take the time, make sure they know what they're joining and work with them and really build the relationship as
Well,
well. Because
yeah, I think that's most important. This is the relationship business, right?
yeah,
And I've met some phenomenal people like yourself and Pitter, and had the good pleasure of meeting Monica, and have seen amazing pictures, and she's like a movie star. Like, I get to meet those people. I was having a time with Rashad Evans, like, who was my hero. I watched that fight, I don't know how many times, where he knocked out Chuck Liddell, and here I am, talking to this guy about how well he loves our patches and stuff. These are the things that are really, really exciting. And I think that everybody wants people on your team to be successful, but
yeah.
it's so incumbent upon us to know, because I ask people, listen, if Jay asked you to sell a franchise for him, would you know what to do? Would you know what the franchise is? Would you know how the back office works? Would you know how this works, that works? Because I can assure you, Jay knows how it works. So if you were paid $15,000 for every franchise you sold, I can bet you dollars to donuts that you would know everything about the company so you could present it well. You have a far better chance of somebody joining you or buying that franchise if you know what you're presenting. It's just simple logic to me,
Yeah.
right? And so I think that the retention will be better. And as it grows over time, isn't it nice to forecast and say, hey, I know I'm going to do, $100,000 this month because I have that many people on a smart chip. Now, everything else that we do this month, kits that join, new people that join, new orders, customers, whatever, is all bonus volume that you get paid on. But the foundation is smart chip, the foundation. And what's really incredible, I have never, ever sold retail. Never once in my life have I been with this company forever. And I've never sold a pack for $60, me personally, or asked somebody to go to my website. I've had people go without me knowing and buy packs, but I personally have never directed somebody to go to my website and buy a pack for $60. I'll mail them out. I'll get them to transfer me money through PayPal. I'll ask them for 40 bucks or 45, but I always feel that somebody's got to pay. I never, I shouldn't say I never, but it's very rarely that I give away patches because I totally believe that if people pay, they pay attention. I mean, how many times do we open up a sweater at Christmas and go, oh, wow, this is a nice sweater. I got 7 of them in my drawer that look the same, and you never wear it. But I'll tell you what, when you order something off of Amazon, you hear a car door slam outside your door or outside your house, you're looking out the window to see if it's what you ordered.
Mhm.
So, anyways, that's where we go. I don't know about the practitioner program in Mexico. There was a question that Natalie asked. Not sure about that at this point. But here's the exciting thing. I'll just quickly, briefly touch on it. They've started the order for, pay for 3 smart chip program. Okay. And so I'm just going to give you a little math. If you bump your smart chip to 4 patches, you only pay for 3. If you've got 2 other people that are on a smart chip program, doesn't matter whether it's 2 or whether they bump it to 3, doesn't matter. If you bump it to 3 and you got three other people on a smart chip, you're now getting 3 packs a month for free and three that you're paying for. So you get two for the super builder bonus. You get the two free packs because you've got three people on a smart chip. Now you bump yourself and teach this to your team to everybody bump 1 pack. Your volume all goes up. Everybody's volume goes up. So you just give yourself a raise. Now you get 3 patches that are paid for and three that are free. If you divide 135 by 6 packs, your cost per pack is $22.50. Now you could go ahead and sell all your patches for a wholesale price, which is $45, and still make $17.50 by just bumping it 1 pack and having your people on there. But my philosophy is in this business, I'm never going to make money. I don't want to be a patch salesman. I'm never going to make money on patches. What I'm going to do is make money on people that buy them, right? And so they're going to be business builders. But here's the thing. Think about, in my case, my patch price is $22.50. And I tell people, here's a pack, use them for a month, give me $20. They're like, wow, thank you so much. You got to promise me you're going to use them though. $20. So that person's going to use them for 30 days. And if they happen to have a great experience, that advertising on that person cost me $2.50, less than a cup of coffee, right? So although selling patches is part of the program, is part of getting people on the product, my focus is get product on people at the most affordable cost and the best way you can. And free isn't the best way to do it. But if somebody puts $20, $40 out, whatever you choose, 45 is our wholesale price. Remember, if somebody's even getting it for 45 or they're buying it for 45 and you're saving them shipping and tax, they're related. How many times have we bought stuff where you get a deal, 25% off or whatever, and you feel really excited? So these are some of the things that are coming. But when you present the business, just remember that this business of Super Patch, the mechanics of building sales volume, because that's what we're paid on, is done through SmartShip.
Absolutely.
And yes, Pitter, you do make money off the practitioner. Their volume flows up. Everything flows up.
And now keep in mind, Pitter, that they're purchasing the patches at 45% off retail. So the volume is
The business
half,
volume isn't
right?
quite as
The
high.
business volume
Yeah.
is half, right?
But that's okay. It's all volume.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's all
Absolutely.
volume.
Yeah.
But here's the cool thing I wanted to touch on. I had a practitioner that enrolled a few weeks back, and she just wanted to do, she said, I don't want to sign up as a business. I just want to buy the products and get them at the cheapest price. I said, okay, but do you mind if I do some due diligence here? She said, of course. I said, okay, let's just say that you agreed to pass on everybody that wants to learn about the business to me because you didn't want to do the business. And so I get back to you and I say, hey, remember that girl, Carolyn Dow, that you passed on to me? She is absolutely killing it. Thank you for that referral. She's absolutely killing it. She's made me about $15,000 so far this year. Thanks very much. What if that happens? Would you be mad at me? What if you did it 3 times and that turned into $45,000 that you gifted me? She said, no, I wouldn't be very happy. I said, well, I'll tell you what, here's how we eliminate it. You sign up as an associate. You don't have to go after the bonuses or anything. It costs you $40. You can then sign yourself up as a practitioner underneath yourself, and that's free. You can order your product all through the practitioner site, your practitioner site, and that volume will flow up should you ever decide to build the business. Because what if somebody asks you, hey, I want to join the business. Who do I talk to? And you can say, well, you can talk to me. I can enroll you. And know that your sponsor, Mr. Mrs. Practitioner, is going to help you because you know what? It's in their best interest to see you succeed. And so I always ask the practitioner, do you mind if I do some due diligence here? Because you can't make an informed decision on something you don't know. And we've all done it. We make decisions on stuff we don't know. We think we have all the information, and then we realize we haven't. And so, what that will do for you as a presenter is always clear your conscience that you did your best job to give them all the information needed to make an informed decision. And that's all I have to say about that.
I can't thank you enough. It was just incredible. And I know everyone on here has, I know, amazing. And for those that came on late, I do need to reiterate something. If you miss this, is Terry is not in my pay line. So he's on a totally separate team, but we are a one super patch team mentality. And it just shows, his support and where his heart is to help people. And so, you know what? And I'm so thankful and grateful for you every day. I really am.
Well,
Um,
you guys, I'm grateful for you guys. Without this company and without all of us working to have this company be successful, we wouldn't have this opportunity. And I think we're in front of something that's absolutely going to change the world. I've believed it since the day I saw it. And it's not easy being a pioneer. It's not
yeah,
easy learning your learning your business either. But
yeah,
you know, you don't fake it till you make it. You earn while you learn. That's what you do. And
true.
you decide for yourself what you want to do. And if you present it, trust me, I believe in all my heart that you present this better and you understand it and you show people that want to be business people how to
Mhm.
build sales volume because sales always cures everything. And anybody that's had a business, Peter, if you didn't have people, if you didn't have customers to photo shoot, you wouldn't have a business, right? But you get lots of customers, lots whatever, you can buy a new telephoto lens or you can buy a bigger and better camera, whatever it is that you choose to do. It's not about money making the world better, it just makes it easier. And so if we can present it better and we can forecast better, we don't have the graph going up and down in our business. We have more stability and we can count on it more. And that's what this business is all about, retention, retaining your people and working with them. Um, so I just want to check the feed here and see, do we have make money off practitioner? Just I was already getting 3 on SmartShip, so I bumped it up to 4. Oh, good for you, Robbie. Yeah. Monica had to jump off, so she had to
Okay.
go.
Now, I am going to have you speak for a moment, Peter, but I would like to open it up for any questions at all. So does anyone have any questions for Terry or myself, or
Should be
you
able
can,
to just unmute yourself, I think.
yeah, yeah, you should be able to. Peter, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm unmuted.
Oh, okay. Any questions for
I don't know
Terry?
whether Chipper's trying to talk or whatever, but he may have to unmute. I sent
Hey,
him an ask to
Chipper.
unmute.
Um, hey guys, I'm just muted because I'm in commute. So I'm just listening. I don't have any questions at this time. We're going to get in touch with each other soon. That's the best I got. Hi, Peter.
Thank you for jumping on, Chipper.
Wonderful. Yeah, it was nice to finally meet you, Chipper.
Good to see you, and it's good to meet. Terry's a good-looking guy.
I only ask good-looking men to talk for my team, Chipper.
We only have
There,
good-looking people on our team.
What's
we are
that?
good-looking people.
We have good-looking people on our team. Beautiful people.
Thanks. You sound like a hell of a nice guy, Chipper. Hope I get the opportunity to meet you someday.
We are certainly going to meet, good sir.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
wonderful.
if I can help you with anything, these ladies know where to find me. You can reach out. They can give you my number. If I can help you with anything, a three-way call or a presentation or whatever, I'm here to help whoever I can help.
Appreciate that. Timing is kind of everything in my world. I've got
Yeah.
a lot going on, and I just bam, 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 hit, miss. That's how I go. It's how I roll. I just don't stop.
Yeah,
And I do have a lot of questions, and I am certainly new, but I'm one of these motivated guys, and I'm plugged into this. So I want to go big, and and Pitter knows this. So that's where I'm at. I'm just a learning scale and just
Well, It's
Thank you.
possible. It's possible for anybody. It's possible for anybody, Chipper. And I'll tell you what. I've been in family. I was in family business for a long, long time, and my financial reward from working hard in this business is 3 times what it was in my family business, and I work 12 hours a day. So,
Somebody has his patches.
That's all. See, I'm on the road right now, and I've been going through got sorted packs of patches, and getting the word out is kind of where I'm at,
yeah,
and we're going to be bringing people in right and left, I feel. And what's really neat about this, and I want to know more, is it's a new science, it's a new technology, and I am green and possibly one of the smartest dumb guys I know, but it seems like the more I learn about something, the less I know of it. But this is kind of falling together in a way that's I'm really excited about it, and I love the idea of this. And it is a new science, and it's mind blowing.
yeah.
And so I'd like to see, and Pitter showed me a little, some of the EEG stuff and how that works. Like that's how far I want to go into it. But I'm sold. I'm trying these different cocktails as I'm so new that I don't even know my personal recipe, but I know enough that I'm like, wow, this is actually a lot of fun, really. And
Yeah.
kind of what we shoot for in life. There's a lot of positives coming out of this on my end, and that's from personal experimenting. And I plugged in under Pitter, which, by the way, high five to Pitter. That is one of the neatest people I've met in this world, and I'm glad to be part of it. So,
Absolutely.
I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Chipper.
Yeah,
For sure.
and 100%. And well, sorry, go ahead.
my only thing, so if I had a question or if I had like a statement, I want to be armed with the factual science, because I run into these people that are either intellectual or think they are, and there's always a type of argument, and that would be the setback to it. And I want to be armed with some good facts, and I already do. I've got a pretty good arsenal of, like, you got to check this out kind of thing. And a lot of it's even like I was telling Pitter when I first signed up, and maybe Carolyn might have heard. I was like, I'm going to experiment, and I'm going to push some of this stuff. I'm going to push myself, and we're going to see from personal. And Terry said it, journal every day, which, believe it or not, I do. I jot stuff in the journal. And I don't know if that gives you guys kind of a sense of where I'm at and how this is going.
Well, I'll tell you what, all the studies are on your website. They're very, very available. The double-blind, placebo-based are on your personal replicated website under See How It Works. The other thing is that myself, Carolyn, and a girl by the name of Ricky James have been collaborating and putting together practitioner calls with regards to why practitioners are sharing it based on their own personal experience. Now, I have a doctor coming on. We're doing the next call we haven't decided. It's going to be either April 5th, 16th or April 17th. And I have a blood specialist coming on that's going to share her screen and show her live blood cell analysis with our Defend patch.
Wow, for real? That is so cool.
Yeah, so I'll make sure you get that link from Pitter or anybody, and it's open to anybody, Chipper. So you can share that link with people that are interested in learning. Last time we did the call, we had 300, and the time before that we did the call, we had 340, and I think we can put it up to, because a lot of people think it's just for associates and for practitioners, and it's not. It's for anybody. I want people to be able to leverage this call to share with others why these professional people are using the product and sharing the product.
Excellent.
That'll be exciting.
So once we have all those details, they'll definitely be posted in all the teams. And then you can start promoting it, calling people, talking about it. Yeah.
So you guys rock.
Thanks for your comments, Chipper.
Yeah, thank you, Chipper.
I want a 24 by 27 poster signed by each of you. Can I request something like that?
Yeah, we'll get it worked out for you.
I think Pitter can do it. She does graphics.
Yeah, she can do all the photographs.
Well,
Yes, I
and
I'm
just
sure
I
that
want to give a big shout out to Pitter because Pitter is, and like to what you said, Chipper, Pitter is an incredible person and I've never met anyone like her in my life. And I'm so blessed and fortunate to have met her through this incredible business. And she's absolutely tearing it up. I mean, last month she enrolled 8 new associates. And, we were on the phone, I don't know how many hours a day,
Sorry,
but I'll
Carolyn,
tell
to
you, she
interrupt.
kept me very busy.
There's two people in the waiting room. There's Francesco and Doshia
Oh,
Myers.
oh Dosha,
Doji, Doje,
oh.
Dosha,
And
is
Dosha's
Doja,
Francesco?
and
Doja.
then Francesca is Paul Lamont.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there,
Okay.
we
All
might as well
right.
let him come on and just say hello, but this is recorded anyways.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
recorded, so they can listen to the
And
recording. I'll get it.
and sorry, Terry.
I was just gonna
Hey
say,
B.
I'll get it converted into a YouTube video so it's easy to share, and then those that weren't able to make it on, Carolyn, you can share it, you can edit it, cut it
Absolutely.
out. You can just put it in
Yeah.
your own video editor if you want, and cut out the stuff
Yeah,
that you don't
for
want.
sure.
And Pitter,
And
yeah, great, good for you, girl. You worked your tail off this month, you were relentless. You never gave up, and that's what you got to do sometimes. You know that. So good for you, bravo, and
yeah,
keep going, keep going.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Hey,
I
Bear.
and I know we're a little bit over, but